Have you ever watched someone on television who seemed to have it all together, only to find out later that their real life was full of pain they never showed the world? That is exactly the story of Barbara Walters. She was known as one of the most powerful and respected women in television history. But behind that confident and polished image, she was carrying struggles that almost nobody knew about. Stay with me until the end, because the truth about her private life is far more emotional than anything she ever said on camera. Barbara built her career at a time when women were barely given a chance to sit at the same table as men in the news business. When she first started working in television, she walked into rooms where nobody wanted to talk to her. The men around her would joke and laugh together, while treating her like she did not belong. She later admitted that this period of her life was one of the most painful times she ever experienced. But instead of giving up, she pushed forward anyway. She worked harder, prepared more, and slowly forced people to take her seriously, until she eventually became the first woman to anchor a major evening news program, something that had never happened before in television history. While her career kept climbing higher and higher, her personal life told a completely different story. After going through the heartbreak of several miscarriages, she and her husband at the time decided to adopt a baby girl. She often said that becoming a mother made her feel complete in a way nothing else could. But raising a child while working one of the most demanding careers in the country was not easy. She was constantly traveling, constantly interviewing powerful people, and constantly chasing the next big story, which meant she was often not physically present for her daughter growing up. As her daughter got older, things became even more difficult. She struggled during her teenage years, eventually running away from home. Barbara had to make the difficult decision to send her to a special program designed to help troubled teens, where she stayed for several years. This was an incredibly painful chapter for both of them, one that Barbara rarely spoke about publicly at the time. Behind the scenes, she was dealing with real heartbreak as a mother, even while the public only saw her as a confident and unstoppable television icon. Their relationship remained complicated for years afterward. Friends who knew her well later shared that she often expressed deep regret about not being closer to her daughter. She would tell people how much she admired their easy relationships with their own children, all while quietly wishing her own bond with her daughter felt the same way. Despite everything, there was never any doubt about the love between them, but it was a love that had been tested by years of distance and misunderstanding. Her personal relationships outside of motherhood were just as complicated. She went through multiple marriages and admitted openly that she struggled to balance love with her intense career. She once said that she was not very good at marriage and that her work always seemed to come first. She dated several powerful and influential men throughout her life, and some of those relationships stayed hidden from the public for a long time. She eventually came to accept that being alone did not mean being lonely, and she found peace in that realization later in life. What makes her story so powerful is not just her incredible career, but the honesty she eventually showed about her struggles. She was not just a woman who asked tough questions to the most famous people in the world. She was also a mother who made sacrifices, a wife who struggled to find balance, and a woman who quietly carried real pain behind her camera-ready smile. She helped pave the way for so many women in journalism, but she paid a personal price for that success that most people never fully understood until much later. Barbara Walters' story is a powerful reminder that no matter how successful someone looks from the outside, everyone is fighting their own private battles. Her legacy is not just about the interviews she conducted or the barriers she broke. It is about the real, complicated, deeply human life she lived behind the scenes. If this story moved you, give this video a thumbs up. It really helps this channel grow. Let us know in the comments what part of her story surprised you the most. And if you enjoy powerful true stories like this one, make sure you subscribe so you never miss the next video. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.